Okay, so this is literally how I'm doing every question on this test, and I'm getting 100% on every quiz I've taken so far, is by following this method. So what I do is I just come down to the question here. I haven't answered question number 9 yet. When in the summer in Australia, the season in Utah, United States is, what is this? I have no clue. Doesn't matter. I'm going to take this question here, copy it. I don't know if I copied it there. Copy it. And then come over here to study blue. And I'm just going to paste in the question there, click tab, and over here on the side, it'll output all these answers. So here you can see it's winter, winter, winter. So there's a pretty good chance that the answer is winter, just like that. So that's how I'm answering literally every single one of these questions. And then I'm just going ahead and making a study card for later, and I'll study for the exam and then have it all get 100% on that one too. So the next one here, where would you need to stand on the Earth to have all the stars visible to be circumpolar, blah, blah. I don't even know what half that is. But we come over here, come up here. Oops, wrong place. That won't work. Paste it in here. Click tab. And here it says, where would you need to stand on the Earth to have all the stars be circumpolar? Right there, North Pole. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that's the right one. Let's come over here to the question. And I'm going to click North Pole. Last question. A sidereal day is shorter than a solar day because. You get the idea. Here, let's save this and make a new one. Paste. A sidereal day is shorter than a solar day because Earth orbits the sun at the same time it rotates. Earth must make it slightly blah blah. The Earth orbits the sun, shifting the sun in the sky. Let's see what the answers are. It's right here. The Earth orbits the sun, shifting the sun position in the sky. As you can see, it's the same one that's right here. So I'm just going to click that, save that as a question. I can use these as study cards later. And there we go. Now I've got my whole test done, so now I can go ahead and submit it. And there you can see I got a 20 out of 20, unlike pretty much anyone else in the class. So it takes some time, but if it's not timed, which mine isn't, then it's not a big deal. You can come back through, see all the answers are correct. I got every single one of these through Study Blue. And oops, I don't want to create a new card. And as you can see, and then the cool thing too is now I actually do have study cards, so I can go and on my iPad and my iPhone I have these cards, the flashcards, and I can study for an exam if I need to. Because usually in most science classes and other classes, teachers tend to use the small daily quizzes that you take tend to show back up on the exam. So if you just study each of these again and remember what they are, you can do really well on the exam. So that's how I'm going to ace astronomy. I should also say, because I know I'm going to get flack about it, I know people in the comments will probably go off saying that this is cheating and so forth. And I really don't think it is. But obviously everyone has their own interpretation of that. So if you think it's cheating, then I recommend not doing it. I'm going to do it because I don't think it's cheating, and because honestly this is considered a very resourceful tactic. I already work in my field. I'm going back to school after working my field, so I actually already work as a marketing manager at a company, and I do interviews almost every day finding new employees and so forth. And when I find an employee that's this resourceful, that's able to take something and go out and find a very effective solution like this, I would hire them on the spot. So I actually see it as a benefit. One of the things about life is finding resources and using the tools that you have at your disposal or that you can find, and finding a better way to do something. And that's what will make you successful. So I know that's justification, and a lot of people will say that, and that's fine, but just kind of keep that in mind that this is simply being resourceful. Now, if the teacher told me I'm absolutely not allowed to do anything, then I could see that being cheating. But in this case, the teacher, and most of the time when you're doing something on an online tool like Canvas, most of the time the teachers understand that you're going to be using your book and so forth and have no problem with that. And so in that case, this is just an extension of the resources that they expected me to already have. So I just want to put that disclaimer because I know haters are going to hate, and I'm sorry. But for those of you out there that are looking for an easy solution, Try this out because it works really, really well, especially with your general ed classes where lots of students have submitted questions already to Study Blue, where it's really, really common. You'll get a lot of those. Some of the more obscure classes, you may not have the option to do this, but this is a really cool tactic. I've used this in several classes now. And the very last thing is keep in mind that in the end, I was still creating flashcards. So again, when it comes to the actual exam, that's not going to, well, I don't know how this teacher does it, but I'm assuming that it'll be in a proctored environment or an isolated environment where you don't have these resources. So this is not a solution to like completely not learn anything. I'm still creating flashcards, and you can see here I've got a flashcard for every single question, and I'm going to use these flashcards to study when the exam comes, because these most likely will show up on the exam. So I'm not getting completely out. This is just an easy way to get through my homework and to help me kind of boost my scores here, and it just kind of makes everything go a little faster as well. Again, I told you I was working full time, so for me, I'm taking 2 science classes right now, and so I'm just trying to find the most effective way to do this while also running a company that I work more than 40 hours a week at, close to 50 or 60 hours a week full time, where people expect me have high expectations for me there. So I'm finding a solution that works into my schedule, and this works really, really well. But I'm not by any means. I'm still creating flashcards. Keep that in mind. So we're still creating flashcards. I'm still planning on using them in the future. But I just wanted to show this technique because I think it's really effective. And now look at, you got all these awesome flashcards. And when it comes to studying for the exam, you can, especially if you're busy like me, Study Blue is really cool. Especially I've got the Pro version, but there's an iPad app, there's an iPhone app. You can literally study anywhere. You can study at work, on your lunch break, anywhere you get a chance. If you're waiting for a haircut, I've actually done study cards there on using Study Blue. Their app is really slick, and you have access to all these cards you just made, and you can do really, really well by using flashcards. I think flashcards are a really good way to study, and so this just kind of helps you get through some of the weekly, daily reading and stuff like that, those basic questions. But obviously, if you're doing the main exam, you still need to learn the stuff. So I'm not by any reason condoning that you just not try to learn anything. This is simply a short-term solution.